Every year in America, roughly 3.5 million young people step into adulthood as they graduate from high school, often surrounded by family, guidance, and support. But for 20,000 of them, those that are aging out of foster care, this transition is far more uncertain.
I was not given my documents when I aged out, which made it really difficult to find housing because if you can't prove that you exist, you can't get housing.
These young people face a stark reality, navigating adulthood alone and without the safety nets and support that others often take for granted.
There's no one there to help you. I mean, it's impossible.
So like you say, you have access to these things. And I'll say, I do. Where? Like, where do I go to get access to that?
Some defy the odds, going on to college, building careers, and creating the stability that they never had. But the numbers tell a harsher story.
70 to 80% of those kids experiencing homelessness, unemployment, incarceration, addiction, trafficking, or pregnancy. I couldn't unhear the number. But these statistics are more than data points. Behind every number is a young person trying to survive. Each one carries a story of struggle, resilience, and untapped potential.
I was born in prison, so my mother was pregnant with me when she was in prison.
Hopeless, homeless, and helpless with no real end.
I seem to always have memories in my childhood of never really unpacking.
The drugs took over to the point where I just said, we're just going to get high. And then that's when the prostitution started.
Fracture to Flourish is a new podcast that amplifies the voices often left unheard. We'll journey with those who've lived it, sharing stories of young people who have faced unimaginable challenges and heartbreak, yet found resilience against impossible odds.
I aged out of foster care when I turned 18. Ever since, I've kind of been involved in advocacy for foster youth who are either in the system or in transition out of the system.
We'll also hear from advocates and changemakers working tirelessly to break the cycles of generational vulnerability.
Some of the systems that operate in our world, criminal system, human trafficking system, actually benefit from this population not being cared for.
This is Fracture to Flourish, a podcast from Access Ventures, where untold stories spark change, survival turns into thriving, and together we reimagine what support, healing, and opportunity truly means for those left behind. Our first season, Aging Out, takes a deep dive into the complex realities that young adults face as they transition from the foster care system into adulthood. Aging Out launches on May 20th. Subscribe now wherever you get your podcasts.